Do your own research and due diligence before investing in any company. The information I provide is in no way or manner a professional suggestion to purchase shares in any publicly traded company. I am not licensed to provide financial advice, and this should be considered entertainment. These stock profiles are intended to be trading ideas, a starting point for research. Any individual who chooses to invest in any securities should do so with caution. Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk. You may lose some or all the money that is invested. Always research your own investments and consider consulting with a registered investment advisor or a licensed stockbroker before investing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Soundman back in the building. Today, November 15th, 2016. Let's go ahead and get the show started, man. So eventful today, man. Just so many things going on today. I mean, it's just, what wasn't running? What wasn't running? We had so many little industries popping off. Obviously, for me, I was still all about shipping. Will it be all about shipping tomorrow? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Got OPTT on the screen right now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is, again, your boy Sal, episode 79. We got about, an hour and a half or so. Not going to keep you guys up too long today, Tuesday. And let's get started, man. Today, the show. Let's get started and jump right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we had, I want to say we almost had two stocks. EGLE. What's going on, everybody? No, that one didn't get it done today. But I know we had EC today. Almost. It was actually up to about 140 something percent. EC. We had EC on the list from last night. So I know many of you guys could have knocked it out the park with that. If you weren't what I was pushing this morning, which I found last night after the show. I found a really, really good one. I was like, oh man, this is about to take off. And I to the people who find me or who follow me on Twitter, I am so sorry because I know I was spamming the shit out of your Twitter account today. But hey, look at what the stock did. What's going on, Sinclair, Bruce Cole, Dave Thomas, Q DeMayo, Atheist. All right, T-Style, Mr. Abdullah Arida. What's going on? Bill Betts was good. Bill Betts, Tristan, and Bat Scientist. New people, old people, what's going on? We're starting off the show a little bit late today. I was running behind the time, but we're here. And let's start talking about some of these penny stocks, man. Hey, what's going on, Jorge? Yeah, man. Look, free F is what I was pushing so hard today. It all depends on, the major catalyst, which is Dries, man. And, as long as Dries stays positive, then, free F will stay positive. And, people point to what it did late towards the day there. And that's not, that doesn't really interest me because it's toward the end of the day. And, momentum typically dies during the day, even when you do have a major catalyst. That's any stock during the day. You'll see a sell-off because you do have people who just want to, trade the chart intraday, and then that's it. And they move on to something else. So what you see there towards the end of the day doesn't really scare me. Going into tomorrow, I do see that, obviously the first part of the day, you're going to see a lot of people coming in, into the stock. And we'll see if we can continue to keep the shorters, at bay, because that's really what's going to keep both of these stocks running and all those overflow shipping stocks running is as long as the shorters, have to wait again another whole day in order to get some profit. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Free F is the major winner. But if it's looking really good by like 10:30, 11, free F is going to not I was gonna say a dollar. Free F is going to go to a penny. Free F is definitely going to go to a penny, and then here's free F, and as you can see here, free F and dries. I mean, they're practically the same. I mean, if you just follow the way the stock is going, they practically look the same. Yes, indeed. What's going on, Jeremy Pickett? So they couldn't get into free F before the close. Yeah, I mean, some people were a little bit, anxious, and nobody wants to get in too early. Nobody wants to, get in too late. And I understand, but I don't know. I mean, if you're getting into a trade and you start off red, I mean, I don't know. Do people typically start off jumping into a trade and already in the green, unless it's running crazy? Most times for at least an hour or two, depending on what the setup is, you're going to start in the red. So it is what it is, man. Some people want to get money and some people want to watch other people get money. So what's going on, Max 40? Free stock pick is the Twitter name. But let's look at some other stuff that was running out here. And look, this shipping money dried up the weed money. The shipping money dried up the weed money. I mean, that's just basically the case. There's just, it's not because weed, is out of favor or anything like that. It's just the fact of the matter is everybody's playing the shipping. That's why the weed stocks really aren't running like that right now. Nothing has gone bad against weed at all. No catalyst, no, bad report. Nobody came out and said we're not going to allow weed or anything like that. It's just that the buyers, right, that momentum that you need to constantly, put a stock in the green like that, it's moved on to, a major moving stock right now, which is Dries and, EC and a bunch of other ones. Tough, there we go, Bat Scientist, Tough. All right. Tough is another one, TEUFF. And it's so funny because I actually looked at Tough last night. And the only thing I didn't like about Tough is just the fact that it's just a little bit more expensive. But it does have really good, share structure, like Free F. All right. Practically just as cheap, although Free F is cheaper and Free F is a little bit more exciting. But we'll see. And for all the action that stock did, it didn't cross. It did not cross $1 million in volume. I think it was like 928,000 or something to that effect. Yeah, 966,000 to be exact. $966,000 in volume in Free F. So, God willing, if Dries again keeps the shorters at bay tomorrow, then yeah, Free F is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Another major OTC pink stock was VDRM, Vioderm, and VDRM 474% today. This is just absolutely insane, and there's no doubt in my mind this was, I'm guessing, maybe a couple of newsletters working together here. But that's an absolutely insane rip. I mean, look how beautiful that chart is. And I've showed you guys those intraday charts that just work to a T. And this is one of them. And look, everything in this game is a risk. Everything in this game is a risk. So when I get people who, hit me up and they'll say, is it too late? I mean, it's up 200%. Is it too late? I mean, I don't know, because look at this stock, 474% today. All right. If you got in when it already passed 300%, now common sense would tell you, well, man, I'm getting it really, really high. It's up high, but you would have missed out on that 174%, right? So it requires some kind of risk. And, look, some people's risk tolerance isn't the same. Some people's risk tolerance isn't the same. But shout out to the people who, obviously came in, throughout the day in the stock and made it work for them. Please believe you do have people who are, up here only 60% or 70%. And obviously you got some of the people who were, down here and, woke up today thankful that this stock continued to rally. And as you can see, crossing over that 200-day and really just taking off. Okay. So we'll see what happens. And that's VDRM. Oh, man, we'll see. Going back to Drys, again, DRYS was trying to crack 100 today. And that's where it had the resistance. And look, I understand that's the story of the day. Everybody just wants to talk about that. That's the story of the day. Resistance exactly just over $100. And treaded above it, attempted to get back on it, but failed it. So I'm looking at Drys to possibly attempt $100 again tomorrow. Some people say it's all over tomorrow. We'll see. That's what they said that was going to happen today. Oh, it was going to be all over for Drys. It's a wrap, blah, blah, blah. That was supposed to happen today. They can't run like this forever. That's the truth. If you want to be right on a call on Drys, say eventually it's going to come back down. Because that's the right call. But to say that, whether it happens tomorrow or or it was supposed to happen today, obviously you were wrong. Yes, you will have a very hard time finding shares to short because they're going to go by so quickly. All right. And at $73 a share, obviously to short, you've got to have, significant amount of capital that you're working with. DCIX, you said is the next Drys. I know I saw you, TR Kobe. See, you were being a little bit of a hater on my free F. Saying that the financials work better, I guess, on DCIX. And, we'll see, man. I mean, again, it all depends on Drys. None of the, DCIX will not run independent of Drys. If Drys collapse, DCIX will collapse because Drys is what started it off. All right. Drys is what started it off. And they're not going to sit around and allow one stock to fail and think, oh, well, we're here, so it's all, safe and sound. No, that they will run too. They will run and sell too. Treasure Hunter, what's good, man?
What's happening, Sal? What's happening?
Hey, big day on the street today, man. What'd you play today?
Man, I tell you, I made a nice little lick on Drys, yeah. But it did a little dope. Mm-hmm. So I did sell more than half what I bought. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, man, I made so much money in Drys, what to do? So I was looking at another play that I did bought quite a bit of it, mm-hmm. And I think it's blowing up like Drys. ESEA. I don't know if you already talked about it.
Yeah, that was on our. I haven't talked about it yet, but that was on our list last night. And EC, another great alternative to DCIX as well as Drys. Now, obviously it's running because the whole shipping thing running because of. Well, we also have the Baltic index running. I think it hit 1,000. That's another catalyst that's driving a lot of this as well. But EC, tell me, Treasure Hunter, do you see this continuing to run tomorrow as well?
Most definitely, because I think it tried to crack 5 today, yeah. And then it resisted 5 and then went down a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking if it hit 5, say it might be all over with. It might 5, 6, because everybody's sinking money into it. Right. And like I said, Drys is up there, and everybody made a nice little lick off of it. I still got some shares in it, but I said, man, bro, at the time, what I paid for? Well, I bought it for kind of low earlier than the day, And I was like, man, I can buy a lot of shares now with my profit. And so I did that, and that shit hit like five something. I was like, what? Shit. I'm like, I'm back in the game again. But, I'm saying, did a little dip, but I think it's trying to touch 5 in, over 5.
I mean, this is absolutely insane, man. This was a stock that a couple days ago was what, $1.30 or something like that, and now we're talking about $5-6.
That's what I'm saying. You might want to get in low, bro.
I mean, well, actually, that was
like I did last week with Dries,
absolutely insane, man. How this stock has really been tearing up. But and it was crazy because the SEC, they've been talking about halts, and they have stepped in a couple times, but for the most part, they've just kind of let these stocks run. And good for you, man, that you got into EC, which is, I think one of the better ones out there as well.
Yeah. Like I said, for at the time, it was pretty cheap. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, I turned around. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, the buying really came in. I mean, as investors were looking around for some alternatives, because I mean, that's the thing. It's like almost like gentrification. I mean, when
it's almost like dreaming and waking up with a
I mean, when one neighborhood gets priced out, those people who were living in that neighborhood move on to something else, and that's exactly what happened with Dries.
You're right. That's what we did.
You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what people got priced out of the Dries,
just gonna blow up,
and they moved to somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, you might want to put a nice little chunk in, EA, bro.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Right now, I'm playing that OTC FREEF. But, we'll see what happens, man. I think, again, I wish everybody success as long as these shipping stocks keep running. And I think we got to maybe another day or two. Obviously, nothing is forever.
Right.
But I would love it if we can last all week. That would be really nice. But we'll see what happens.
Oh, hey, what do your indicators say about that last play I said? Go long, short, or... Lately, indicators have been pretty good.
Yeah, so far, when I look at, the indicators, obviously, if you take out the end of the day out of the situation, things look positive. But when we're all running, on the backs of one stock, which is this Dries, and all the charts look exactly the same. That's what tells me we're running depending on Dries, because if you look at the EC chart, the DCIX chart, the free F chart, they all look like the Dries chart. So people are saying, after 3 o'clock, it seemed to lose a little bit of steam. Well, that's because it's 3 o'clock, and, I'm not...
the smart money buying that shit.
Right, the smart money.
I bought more. That shit dipped. I was like, hey,
they are buying.
I ain't getting left out.
Right, they are buying where scared money is like, I don't want to get caught out into something.
Yeah.
Because they know it's going to probably run tomorrow, too. Because obviously...
That's what I'm saying. Smart money. That shit dipped. Hey, I'm buying some more.
Right. So we'll be able to tell where the stock is by, 10:30, 11 o'clock, what the day is going to look like. But I'm not going to judge the stock's performance tomorrow based on what happened after 3 o'clock, because if Dries,
I spoke too damn early, bro. I was like, fuck, I should have hold.
I mean, think about it. Even if Dries or EC puts up half of what it did today, would you consider that still a pretty good day?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Same
here. You know what I'm saying? Did it half? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it all depends what do you get in for, you know what I'm saying? If we got in for the low.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean, lately the market been excellent. I mean, I can't complain. I don't know if Donald Trump got something to do with it or what.
Well, I mean, there's been a couple articles saying how great he'd be for the shipping industry and whatnot. So, look, I don't know what it is. People can say whatever they want about Trump, but whatever he's doing with the stock market, please keep doing it, because
right. Do a bomb on that drop. I'm with that one.
The last week, man, has just been amazing for the stock market, and it's just whatever, man. He's making it run, and I can't complain.
Shoot, I even see ACBFL starting to take off. I'm like,
I did see ACBFF.
It took a little dip, and all of a sudden it came alive. I'm like,
Yeah,
going
that
up to two.
and this was a stock that you kind of had moved on, right, from.
No, man, you forgot I got stuck in it with I got locked in the Robinhood thing.
Well,
Or
okay.
not Robinhood, E-Trade.
E-Trade
The
on.
90
Yeah,
day
oh
thing.
yeah, the 90-day freeze up. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
Yeah, my time almost up, man. I'm about to do some more damage in that.
Okay,
that
yeah. I
big.
mean, that's crazy to have your E-Trade get frozen and then the stock continues to run in a positive way.
Right?
Uh, yeah, that's
See, I
crazy.
did it smart, you know. I know, the Skyfield Futures kind of took it nosedive, but, I did smart on that weed play,
Mm-hmm.
As I
Mm-hmm.
get locked in and it's still making money, I'm like, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny.
Um,
You just brought up something about the Donald Trump boom on there, and let me see here. There's a little article looks like on it, and
oh, shit, no doubt.
yeah, so I'll bring
Hook
that
it
up in
up,
just a
man.
second. Yes, indeed. But Travi, thank you for the call, man. Appreciate it, bro.
You know how we do it.
All right.
Digest that shit.
Yes,
What is it
indeed. Yes,
saying?
indeed. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call, Travi. Thank you for the call. And I mean, I mean, that's what it's about, man. And shout out to Travi because he just picks what's running. You know, he just jumps on what's running, and then he goes with this, with the vibe. So, shout out to him for that. And I want to talk about this article that came out here on Forbes. It's called The Donald Trump Shipping Stock Boom. All right, the Donald Trump shipping stock boom. And I'm going to put that in the chat room for you guys. And look, does Donald Trump deserve all the congrats for this? Who knows? Who knows? But I do know that there's some other little catalysts running to, for instance, right now, the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 is 9 days straight of green in the Russell 2000, which measures the top 2,000 small cap stocks in the market right now. So the Russell 2000 is going crazy. So that goes to show that small cap stocks and what people believe is going to be, the major catalyst in the 4 years of Trump is small companies being able to finally be able to compete under the deregulation economy that he's trying to bring about. Obviously, as well, if I remember, the Baltic Dry Index, I mentioned that a little bit earlier, which is a key measure of the cost to ship raw materials. Okay, that right now is at its all-time high. All right, so that growth, I think, just recently passed 1,000. It just recently passed 1,000, the Baltic Dry Index. So I'm watching that very, very carefully. And I'll give you guys a link to that too. That was up almost 20% today. That was up almost 20% today alone. That's what's helping a lot of these shipping companies really, really take off. And I'm going to put that in the chat room for you guys as well. Yeah, the index went from 800 to 1,000. The Baltic Dry Index. The Baltic Dry Index. It's up almost 97% for the year. Year to date so far, over 126%. All right, 52-week range from 290 points to now almost over 1,000. Again, that's in 1 year. So it's been an incredible year for the Baltic Dry Index. And passing over 1,000 today was a big deal. Passing over 1,000 was a big, big deal. 19 points higher today alone. In fact, I think it actually passed over 1,000 yesterday, which is really what had, dries really take off, was its move yesterday. Yes, indeed, Gregory Hall. It's all about that free F. We're going to see that tomorrow. And again, that's the OTC version that's running, man. Obviously, we do have a couple other OTC runners out there. And Bat Scientist brought up one, which is TEUFF, Box Ships Incorporated. Now, this one, isn't as beautiful. The chart doesn't look as nice. And, looking at the chart last night, it doesn't follow dries as aggressively as I would want to. So that's why I kind of left this one alone. And I went with Free F because it's dirt cheap, because it's a stock that you can jump in. Well, you could have jumped in yesterday with, $20 and have 10,000 shares. And, you can't do that with Rise. And that's why I said in that video, I was so excited today. I doubled my $5,000 investment. By the afternoon, I was already up another $5,000. And I just had to let people know. Let people know, and that was the play. And sure enough, we'll see what it does tomorrow, man. Yeah, Rise is up after hours, Free up after hours. I mean, they're all up after hours, so we'll see. It's all about the short squeeze. Yes, indeed, Bill Betts. And please believe there are people in there who think, it's going to be DOA tomorrow, and, those are the same people who got killed today. Some people just love losing money. All right. Don't like CAD companies. CGC. Yeah, CGC was, I think, another gainer today, right? No. Hold on. That's not CGC on our market. Hold on. CGC. What do you mean CGC? Check out CGC. See, around the world on what market? Oh, yeah, that is Canadian, right? Are you talking about Canadian? Yeah, we don't do Canadian stocks. I don't know if you're talking about Canadian. MDRPF. Mr. Cantrell. Midas Gold Corp. 12%. Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let me show you guys, because I got a play for you guys that I think you'll like, that I'm watching, because I think it could take off. Let me see here. That it could take off. That I think you guys would like. Let me find the stock, though. I have to find it because it just got picked up on the scanner, and I use a lot of social feeds to see what people are talking about, especially other promoters and well-known pumpers, because you really want to catch up on what they're saying too. Follow MJLB tomorrow too. It's going to be really interesting. MJLB. MJLB, this is a stock that I know something could be taking place tomorrow with MJLB. Be very careful though, but something could be taking place with this stock tomorrow. MJLB. I'm not sure how strong the move will be, but I think something's going to be happening there on MJLB. Let me see here. Trying to find that ticker that I think is really going to move, because there hasn't been any real movement in the stock recently, but something could move there. One moment. If I could find that freaking if I can find that account that I follow. I'm not going to give the account away, but it's an account on Twitter that does a good job of finding these little small dots that just kind of pop up out of nowhere. Crap. All right, when I find it, I'll let you guys know. I'm going to keep looking for it on my end. I'll look for it on my end. AUPH, Tristan? No, man, I obviously I did not play AUPH. But shout out to Tristan again. Look, when I saw that chart the first time, I was a big believer in it too. When I saw that chart, beautiful setup. So 15%. Yeah, if you're still in it, Tristan, I have a feeling it's going to keep going higher. And I don't even really know why it's running the way it's running, but I expect the stock to continue to go higher based on what it's doing. Now, when I look back on it, it's crazy because it's really sitting on top of that 200 moving average. And again, I'm using the 5-day chart. 5 minute, 5 days. Actually, let me go. I'm using on a 1 minute right now. Let me go back to the 5 minute. I think 5 minute looks even better. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks on the 5 minute chart. So obviously, still a lot of excellent buying pressure in the stock. And, AUPH looks absolutely wonderful for anybody who's in that stock right now. It looks like a solid swing. Looks like a very solid swing for someone. Looks like a very solid swing for someone. All right. So one moment here. Gosh, I know the stock. Trying to find it. Gosh. There we go. All right, I think I found the account. All right, so the stock that I think, let me make sure it's this one. All right, they got to get their compliance issues together. But just be on the lookout for IBGR. IBGR. They got to get some stocks. It hasn't basically not moving. It's basically not moving. But be on the lookout for IBGR. Be on the lookout for IBGR because it's setting up where they like it. And when I say who are they? It's these bottom feeders who are really good at getting at the bottom floor of just dead stocks. I mean, they're really good at getting at the bottom floor of these stocks that nobody really cares about, nobody's listening to, and they just are able to find a way, to get at these stocks when nobody really cares. And IBGR is one of those stocks that right now nobody cares about this stock. Nobody cares about this stock at all, and they could be accumulating for something in the future. IBGR. And again, don't put $1,000 into it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I'm hearing some conversations, and I'm allowing you to be privy to those conversations, and that's just telling me that there's going to be some accumulation happening there. All right. Yes, indeed. Somebody saying the stream is jacked up. My stream is jacked up. The stream is on. We got 100 people in here almost. What's going on, Ferris Oliver? What information gives you the catalyst on each of these stocks? What informs you that they might go up the next day? Well, I can't predict what happens the next day. What happens a lot in the OTC market is that it tends to mirror what happens in the NASDAQ and the NYSE. So if we got a large, event going on in a stock on the NASDAQ or on the NYSE, all you have to really do is sometimes find an OTC version of the stock that's cheaper, that's as promising to an extent. Well, not even has to be as promising, but just with excellent share structure. And what happens is that investors who just don't want or don't have the capital to follow, the larger company, they will go to the OTC version and it will run on that end. It's just like an overflow. That's basically all it is, and you just kind of continue to follow that. For example, when gold is running on the OTC side, on the NASDAQ low end side, right? On the Amex, you'll find all these really low-end gold companies that will start running, right? When steel is the same way, then you'll find the same situation happening on the OTC on the Amex side. So it's all relative, man. It really is. It really is. And this is a situation where, again, we've got this little catalyst here, which is the Baltic Dry Index. It's running dries, and because dries has priced out a lot of people, investors who cannot afford to play dries, right? They can't afford to go in dries with 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 shares. Well, guess what? Here's this penny, this 006005 stock that you can play right now with $150, and be able to maybe get a solid return that's as high as 200, 300% on your money. All right. I mean, that's basically all it is. That's basically all it is. BBLKF. BBLKF. Britannia Bulk Holdings. All right, 2,000% today, 500,000 shares traded. Obviously, this is, I wouldn't touch anything like this right now. I mean, 2,000 return, 2,000% return. That's incredible. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. Obviously, the float's got to be tight as hell. Look at my trading view; doesn't even know what to do. But it's just really ugly looking. I would just leave that alone. I don't know what that was about, but I like stocks that are a little bit more put together than that. BBLK. Yeah, and then the stock is out of compliance, and when's the no financials available. It looks like the company was delisted. It's actually a bankrupt company. The company was delisted off the New York Stock Exchange back in 2008. I don't even think that they even exist, Britannia Bulk Holdings. The company doesn't even really exist. It's just old paper that's still somehow floating. All right, just old paper that's still floating. And it's really interesting because you don't want to get caught up into those kind of scams, right? So a shipping company is running on the New York Stock Exchange or on the NASDAQ. Now you're looking for overflow, right, where you can benefit with the money you have working. Just find, right, like we did with Free F or like Bat Scientists and Tough and a couple of these other little companies out here. It has to be in compliance. It has to be actually running. It has to have a couple, maybe a ship or two. But there are legitimate plays you can position yourself in. You don't have to go out and find a bankrupt company that's obviously not running right now. Yeah, Ship made huge moves today. And let's go to Ship. And somebody sent me a message. Well, man, when weed is running, you talk about weed, and when shipping is down, you're talking about shit. That's OTC markets, man. That's the over-the-counter market. You've got to be really quick with moving your money here and moving your money here and then moving your money here, and then you stay for as long as it's working. It's not working, and you move on. It's an old 80s song. Well, actually 60s. I don't know if 60s or early 70s. And I think it goes something like how wherever he lay his hat is his home, something like that. It's an old little Motown type song. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But that's basically how you got to play these stocks, man. These are like women that wherever who's hot right now. That's where you got to make your home. That's where you got to make your home, man. And you just have to constantly move your capital and try and get your percentage gains from here and here and here and here. And stay with it as long as it's working. As long as it's working, great. Or what you do is, what I just showed you earlier, where you try to get into stocks that, aren't moving at all. And you got to have the patience to wait for, volume to come in. Ninja, he said the pull-out game strong. Temptations, there you go. Yeah, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Yeah, wherever he lay his hat was his home. Yes, that's the song, The Temptations. And that's basically what you got to do with these stocks. I mean, that's basically what you got to do. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Yeah, there we go. You really do have to be a Rolling Stone when it comes to making money on the OTC markets. Because certain stocks will just become hot all of a sudden. Next week we could be talking about, plastic companies. A week ago we were talking about coal companies. Remember, everybody's trying to look for a coal stock? So we'll see. There we go. There you go, Mr. Q Mason. buying the dips on MJNA. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not. I'm not saying that the run is over in MJNA. They just took a little break today. I mean, 6% ain't shit on the OTC markets, man. 6% ain't shit. That ain't nothing, man. The stock was down 6%, 4%, whatever it was. That ain't shit. That really ain't nothing. You get that in 20 minutes. You get that back in 20 minutes on a good run. That ain't shit. So, it's not time to be scared or, is it over for marijuana or no, that's it. Don't even start talking that conversation. Not even close, man. You just took a little bit of a break. The other money was playing with something else. The other money was playing with something else. All right. And let me see. I think even though gold was up today, and there was a little bit of movement in gold stocks, as you guys, I've been trying to tell you guys about TGD. TGD looking like it's bottling out, and we talked about this last week to really watch TGD. I like TGD as it continues its slow but steady move outside of its recent lows. And looks like it's trying to make its way up there. So nice day today in TGD. And looks like it's setting up like a good swing. So we'll see if it continues buying pressure going higher. But I'm watching TGD, looking to see possible entry. Probably the entry was probably yet today, but I don't know. I'm looking for a little bit more confirmation on it. And plus, looking to see what the Fed is going to do too. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. ULTR, ULTR was the play that we talked about yesterday, and ULTR put up a nice return today. Nice return. I was actually, I thought it would do a lot more. I thought it would do a lot more, and ULTR, like the stock that I pumped today, Free F. At 3:00 it did the little dip thing, but other than that, I like what ULTR did today. And we'll see. I actually thought it would do more than this. We do know, ULTR is a former NASDAQ stock, which, interesting enough, Free F is too. Free F was a former NASDAQ, or actually an NYSE company. No, it was a NASDAQ company. Excuse me. It was a NASDAQ company that got delisted. But ULTR, not bad. I mean, not bad. It did its thing, so it is what it is. NAK, NAK, I believe trades on. Let me see. Oh no, that's the other NAK. Amex NAK at 38% today on that. NAK is one of our old winners from way back when. I'd like to know what had that explode today, because, it seemed like after 2:30, that stock just kind of came alive, man. That stock just came alive after lunch. But it started off the morning good, though. It started off the morning good with a lot of heavy buying, which really interesting to me, because earnings wasn't that great. But a lot of positive buying to start off the morning. And it just kept going. All right, just kind of kept going. Yes, indeed. Hey, what's going on, Blueberry J? Yes, indeed. OTC. That's how we make our money. That's how I've made my money, was OTC stocks. EGLE, $9 a share. You said it disappointed you. Yeah, man. I don't know what happened to EGLE, but they all can't run. You know what I'm saying? They all can't run. And EGLE, again, another stock that after 2:00, as you see there, after 2:00, 3:00, it took that little red dip, And a lot of people, oh, is it over? No, it's just, the end of the momentum for the day. And I think tomorrow morning we'll be right back over that 200 line trying to do something again and catching shorters slipping. Catching shorters slipping. Yes, indeed. Let me see here. CANN has just been absolutely, on a tear, man. That's a stock that, it's recently off its highs, but you're pretty much back from whatever it lost last week. And I know some people did sell into the weakness, but you practically recovered. But this will test you. I mean, I don't blame anybody who was in the stock and was like, okay, I'm out of here, because you didn't know this was coming, and I couldn't have told you that was coming. But sure enough, I mean, the stock really just bounced off back over its 200 and is moving higher. So shout out to CANN, man, CANN. But play the chart, play the hype, man. Play this hype. Atheist, you said EGLE is a great buy at 9. Yeah. I mean, if you want to, again, if you guys got the capital for it, it's some people would look at EGLE and say, well, okay, it didn't move as aggressively as the other stocks, so there could be a delayed reaction in EGLE. All right, so we could experience the moves that the other stocks did because it didn't do it. All right, so now it's got to do it to almost as if it's got to like catch up. We'll see. EGLE is definitely behind, or it may just be the retarded son of all these other stocks, man, and it's just not going to get it done, too. It's just not going to get it done. Because when everybody else is putting up double-digit positive returns, I mean 30% or higher, and then you're putting up a negative, that says something, man. That really, really says something. And, I could understand, too, if the volume was consistent, right? So maybe it was just a forgotten stock. But this stock, 12 million shares were traded, and it did nothing. 12 million shares were traded, and it did nothing. Did absolutely nothing. Now, some people would say, well, that's all the more the reason why you should be buying EGLE. I don't know. I'd rather play what's running. But, suit yourself, man. Suit yourself. All right? But me, I'd rather play what's running. And what's running is, EC. EC right now, that's just, why play EGLE when you can play EC for half the price? And the stock is running. So, when people say EGLE, why not EC? It's half the cost, and you got the volatility. Yes, indeed. Vape. What's Vape doing? Vape. Okay. Vape was running really good a couple days ago, last week. But again, like marijuana, it took a little dip here. Friday came back alive, and good day Monday. But it was interesting to see the stock towards the end of the day go negative, and then obviously it got itself out of the hole late in the afternoon today. But Vape, nice little 3% gain for the stock. We'll see where that goes. Vape at a penny. And that's where we're expecting Free F to go tomorrow. So Free F could get that 50% gain tomorrow. We get to a penny, and then from 1 penny to 2, that's 100%. So we're looking to get that. We'll see. We will see. Ericsson 20 cents, 4 cents to the higher side. 21% gain today. Ericsson. Every time I see Ericsson, I keep thinking about the phone company. EAC 21% gain today. What drove that higher? I'm not sure what drove that higher today. Eastman Kodak. Yeah, I'm not sure what drove that higher. I saw a couple of days ago they had that Ericsson Air Crane receives court approval to access $49 million in DIP term financing. So that could have been responsible for what this was about here. All right, so nice move by Ericsson. Are they going to reverse split soon or what? Are they going to reverse split or go into bankruptcy soon? Because, you can't stay 20 cents forever. You can't stay 20 cents forever. Eventually, you got to do something. So I don't know what's that about. Staying at 20 cents. And then you got to figure out where it's at in its compliance with the price of the stock. Because they can only trade at that price under $1 for so long until they have to reverse split. All right? They can't stay there for too long. God dang, man. Turn this off. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Wilfredo Maldonado. Watch it go to 3 or 4. Yeah, it could go to 3 or 4 cents. I'm hoping so, man. I'm hoping so. Look, at the end of the day, man, I'm still very much a promoter at heart, man. I'm all about, creating my own wealth and creating wealth for other people. You know what I'm saying? It's all about that free F tomorrow and drives and EC and what's that other one? Something with the X. Something with the X. I can't remember that ticker. Somebody give me that ticker with that shipping with the X in it. TR Kobe, if you're still watching, give me that ticker to that one you're talking about. And while we do that, let me find out what else was hot today on the market. But still, many of the stocks that we like were down. Many of the stocks that we like were down. All right, and not too bad. I mean, not bad. But they were down. But not bad. Nothing that they couldn't make up in a good day. PRGNF. There's some people who are out here promoting on Twitter, PRGNF, and some of them I highly respect. I really do. But this isn't the play for people, guys. PRGNF is not that play, man. It's not. All right, there are some people who are loaded up and they're just ready to dump on you. That's what I love about Free F is that it literally was a stock that it was just dead. Nobody was really following it. It was in compliance, but nobody was really, on top of it. Whereas PRGNF, I'm seeing a lot of people trying to sucker people into investing in this stock, where you have people who are just literally dumping on people on this stock. All right, so be very, very careful. I don't like stocks that dump on people. And one thing you'll notice about me in the stocks that I push, you're going to be able to get some money on it because I'm not about people fronting on the stock to dump on people. All right, I'm pushing what's already running. I need you to just get on top of it so you can make some money on it too, and let somebody else know about it. All right, and that's how you put some money in your pocket as well. MSRT Mass Roots. Mass Roots, 10% loss again, 10% to the downside again. Nothing that can't be made up on a good day. These are OTC stocks we're talking about. If you have a 10% to the downside on the NASDAQ, that's terrifying because that could take a week and a half to make up. But on the over-the-counter market, a 10% down day can be made up, in 20 minutes if you really you know, do it like that. Sino, 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 35%, another beneficiary of running catalyst of dries. Thank you, Blueberry J, for that. Sino putting in, solid numbers, man. Solid numbers for Sino. And what can you say about that one? $2.42. So that's not bad. And I want to put that on our list for tomorrow. Among a lot of other good plays, but Sino is definitely one of them. Sino is definitely one of them. And again, I think on the NASDAQ and on the American Stock Exchange, you got some really good shipping companies that if you feel like you just, can't get up on some of the other ones, Sino looks very nice. Sino looks very, very nice. Obviously, you had some midday action there. That was a little bit scary here. But, that's understandable. Obviously, you had the, value investors just kind of come in and snatch all those cheap shares up. When you're following a stock and then there's like a dump, right? But the major catalyst that's responsible for the running is still going well, buy those dips. Just go ahead and buy those dips. Because that's where some really good value can be found in. There's a word for it. There's a word for it. I don't want to call it dollar cost averaging because I don't believe that's what exactly it means. But yeah, buy those dips though, man. You be all over that. Be all over that because there's a lot of value when you see these dips. But as they occur, these are low. These are higher highs. Higher lows. You want to buy these. You get a lot of bang for your buck at these prices because the trend is still going higher. The trend is still going higher. All right. Let me see here. Another OTC stock that I thought would go a little higher based on the shipping run, but really didn't. P-Gas. Now, P-Gas has some shipping aspect to it, but it is still at the end of the day an oil and gas kind of play. But it has, I think the company does have like a ship. It has like a ship or at least ownership in some kind of shipping line. But P-Gas is another one of those OTC dirt cheap plays that is somewhat benefiting from this whole rally right now. All right. So there that is. But I wouldn't tell anybody to move away from marijuana or anything like that. Heck no. They're still running and they're still doing very, very well. But follow the money. Follow the money. And you don't have to be at risk. You don't have to risk your PDT rules, because again, you're going in these, for the situation where you stay in for a day, you can be out tomorrow and move out of the stock with, your 70, your 80, your 30, your 50 or 60% while the catalyst is running. For those of you guys who got into dries yesterday or you got into EC yesterday, it's been 2 days of pretty good returns. So you don't have to risk your PDT rule and by getting in and out all day and asking questions about, hey, am I in too late? And dude, you're facing the PDT rule. What do you care whether you're in late if you believe it's going to run tomorrow? So if you come in late and it's 3:30 and okay, sure, you're down 30%, you're down 10, not 30, you're down about 10% going into tomorrow. But if the stock runs 60% tomorrow, that's a good day. That's a good day. All right. That's a pretty good. That's a good day. So this whole idea of like, again, I don't want to beat it up, but the stock has to be, I have to be in the green the day I get into it. I have to be a part of the whole climb. Or if I'm not part of the whole climb, then it wasn't worth it. Well, I mean, because you'll ask yourself the same questions tomorrow. Am I too late? Am I? So just go ahead and risk capital. That's what this game is about, right? Risking capital. Obviously, I understand risk management, but let's go. Let's put some money on the line here. Let's not act like we haven't lost money before. All right, and you will lose money, and it is what it is. It's unavoidable, so you might as well put it to risk. DICX, yeah, DICX was that one. Appreciate that, Kevin Murphy, Van Newsom, and LeBaron Kennedy. Appreciate y'all for that, man. DCIX was that stock. All right, so we're putting up a good list tomorrow already. I'm kind of putting that together. Bad Scientist, going back to your Box Ships Incorporated with the 33% gain. Nice play, nice play. Let me know if you think this is good. It'll continue to go up. I'm curious on what your opinion on this is. Three Hooks, what's going on, man? And yeah, I'm curious on what you feel this is going to do. But I'm still watching. Again, I said the gold. Still watching the gold. Still watching those gold plays. Let me take a SGBY. What did that do? I didn't even follow that stock, SGBY. But SGBY up 3% today, 3.5 to be exact. So still hugging on that 200-day moving average. SGBY, man, that stock is up almost. That stock is like 2,000% in like 2 months. SGBY is insane, man. I think it's off its highs, but yeah, look at that. Look at this 6-month chart in SGBY. This is absolutely insane. It's not even that long ago, too. This is what, 2 months ago? 2 months ago, the stock was at 0.0053, and now it's at 3 cents a share. You know what I mean? And SGBY, people talk about its association to cannabis, but for the most part, it's not even like in cannabis like that. You know what I mean? It's not. It's got. Don't get me wrong. They've got some cannabis related businesses, but it's not MJNA. It's just when a stock has a really loyal following, it's really interesting what it can do. What it can do. Yes, indeed. Iron Hand saying dicks. MCLA, MJNA, Load. What happened to Load? I think Load took a day off today, didn't it? Oh, actually, no. 6% gain on Load today. Let me see. 6% on Load, LODE. Yeah, these mining plays, man, they're trying to make a little move here, man. These mining plays, we had a pretty good list last night, actually. When you think about it, man, these, we had a really good list. We had a lot of winners on our list yesterday. SGBY, Load, TGD, EC, EGLE. That was the disappointment. But we had some solid winners on the list last night. KSHB, for people to want to start taking a little position in. Kush Bottles, disappointing 4% move, but again, that's just 4%. Not bad. Not bad. Sideways move for the stock. Kush Bottles, that's the marijuana play. All right, that's the marijuana play. Let me see here. And if I look, let me see here. The street.com, biggest gainers. And again, if you look at the biggest gainer list, obviously DCIX was number one with 154%. And If they included OTC markets, they would have told you that we were up there. There was at one point where free F was at 245% for the day. I think that was at like 0.00067. At the very top, we were at about 245% for the day. All right, we were about 245% for the day. But for the most part, yeah, they were all, all of them were pretty much shipping companies. And watch out tomorrow for the short squeeze in OPTT. OPTT, man, there's some people that they're going to get their asses handed to them in OPTT. For those people who don't know OPTT, this is not a stock you want to be betting against, and you want to be shorting if you're not careful. You guys remember OPTT from back way when earlier this summer when it 3-4 days straight it got up to about $12-$14 or something like that. So OPTT's got some people in there short that came in there again towards the afternoon at that 2:30, 3 o'clock when a lot of the stocks started going negative into the end of the day. So you had some people want to take positions. So look for that short squeeze tomorrow on OPTT. This could go nuts. This could go nuts if somebody large gets caught off guard. OPTT could get, that stock could go nuts. OPTT. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to put that on the watch list. And again, that's another great bargain at $3.92. Obviously, when you're up almost $1, that's insane gain. But OPTT, I mean, this is a stock that's rallied before, so you'd want to be on that. You'd want to be on that. As you can see, it got to a high of almost $6. Got to a high of almost $6 today alone. But this is a stock that is very dangerous, very, very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. All right. Rich Trade, I went to thestreet.com. Thestreet.com. Thestreet.com has a really good list of, they have the little wrap up where it shows you the gainers. You can just Google it, thestreet.com biggest gainers. All right, comes right up. Let me see here. Which was an interesting stock that I don't know much about. Didn't really have time to look into it, but was running too, was China Battery. Does anybody know about China Battery? I don't know too much about this company. Relatively low float, relatively low volume. Came alive today. China Battery. There's always hesitation when it comes to Chinese companies, but when they are running, they run very, very aggressively. So China Battery, CBAK, $1.80 a share. You gotta always keep these Chinese companies in your eye because when they do run, they run very, very aggressively. So China Battery, $1.80, 28% today alone. Gonna be watching that tomorrow very, very carefully. All right. And when I put these stocks together, I'm not, obviously everybody can't get into every single stock. You're only going to maybe look at one or two or sometimes three at a time. All right. There are unlimited opportunities to make money on these exchanges, but there's very limited capital to work with. All right. So you're only going to pick what works best for you, what you can follow, of course. Because I know many of you guys, can't necessarily trade like you want to during the day. But that's no excuse for not trying to put some money at risk and see if you can make a good return for yourself. All right. Set it on autopilot, man. Set it on autopilot. You can put in order right now at a price that you want. Put your limit order. All right. When that gets filled, pull out your phone. You know what I'm saying? Set in the order where you want to sell it at. It may not never get there, but as long as you had it in there, and if it does get there, it's even much more of a pleasure. All right. NAK, we've talked about NAK. I still don't know why that's running crazy. I know that's a mineral play, and we do have a lot of gold that's low-key running right now. We have a lot of gold that's slowly but surely running. Don't, like NAK puts it in It's on the Amex, but decent volume's been coming into the play, and so far so good. That's why I think TGD is in the same situation too. But I like TGD as well because TGD's got a lot more volume than some of these other ones. So TGD is cheaper. It's cheaper than NAK. Cheaper than NAK, almost half. By about 70%. About 70%. CHK, yeah, CHK's been doing really good. CHK, I've been following this stock really aggressively. As you can see, my lines on my CHK chart here. I've been following CHK, and that's resistance. But not bad for that stock, CHK. Let me see back out here. Let me look at the 1 month. And the 1 month is nice. I've been following CHK during the day because it's setting itself up for a nice little breakout higher. And we'll see where that can go. So hopefully my lines aren't really bothering you guys. I didn't take any of my indicators off because it's a pain in the ass to have to put this back on after the show. So I'm just leaving this shit up on here. Y'all gonna have to deal with that shit. But it's nice sitting up there at the top there. A little bit of a little bit of resistance up there, but I think it's setting up for a nice breakout for over the last month. So setting up real nicely in CHK. All right, setting up real nicely in CHK. Looking really nice. We'll see what happens. If we fail it, though, we're going back to that 589. I hope we don't. I really hope we don't. But I'd really love to see that breakout in CHK happen tomorrow. That'd be really nice. CHK also got options out there, too, on it. And they're quite liquid as well. All right. Yes, indeed. J Nug going crazy. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm looking at the gold is still up 7 points right now. Silver is hanging on by a thread. Oil is down. Natural gas is even. So we got oil down right now. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Not too bad. So I still like it a lot. CHK still doing pretty good, but CHK is affected by the price of natural gas. So be very careful with that. You gotta know where these commodities are at when you want to play some of these stocks. CHK, one of the bigger volume plays on the market, but you definitely want to know where natural gas is before you jump into that stock. All right, but silver and gold, really interesting, slowly working their way back up. Silver and gold, almost like 0.5% a day. They're trying to move up higher by like 0.5% a day. So they're trying to do their thing. We talked about EC. Yeah, we talked about EC, man. EC is tearing it up, bro. Yeah, we talked about EC, man. EC is tearing it up. What can you say about the stock, man? I mean, 100% in one day. That's very, very, very impressive. For a NASDAQ stock. That's you only see that type of action when the company got bought out or, maybe a major merger. So for, EC to double simply on momentum, that says a lot, man. They put up, OTC numbers today. That's OTC numbers, and it's happening on the NASDAQ. So, that's really good because, at $2 a share, you got a lot of little people who can get into that stock and be able to profit. And, this is something like when you see running like that, man, 30-40%, just jump in. Fuck it, dude. You don't know how far these things can go, dude. Just jump in. A NASDAQ stock that by 11 o'clock is up over 30%, chances are it's probably going higher. Probably going higher. But yeah, they put up OTC numbers, man. And again, I'm biased. Again, I'm very, very biased. I love free F. Free F over 200% today in gains. All right, before calm me down. I think tomorrow we're going to have some more gains in that. I ask you guys to play it. If not, that's fine. But we'll see, man. I really just hope that this happens to continue tomorrow. But if it doesn't, it is what it is. And life goes on, and there'll be more opportunities in the future. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that, Mace. Appreciate that, man. You said, am I associated with promoters? Do I know of any, and what do I think about? Yes, I am associated with promoters. I promote myself. Many of my own plays, many of the stocks I'm in myself. Yes, I do know some promoters. Yes, I talk to them. I see what they're doing. Yes, very much so. ERHE. ERHE. I don't know anything about this stock. Damn, 25% today alone. But ERHE. ERHE Energy. What is this about? Oil and gas production. ERHE Energy. All right, so they've got, okay, so basically an American energy company that has oil and gas assets out in sub-Saharan Africa. How legit is it? ERHC Energy. I'd have to learn a little bit more about it. I don't like the fact that, 25 million shares traded and the stock goes down almost 25%. So obviously there was some major dumping today on the stock. So, and it doesn't, which is really interesting because it didn't look like there was any reason for it to sell as aggressively like it did. Going into the one-day chart here, obviously, it leaves a lot to be desired in terms of volume because we're still way from where it needs to be. 0020, makes it look interesting. But, I'm not a big fan of losing money while I wait for, significant volume to come into the stock. I'd rather the stock just be dead. I love, if the stock is dead and nothing's coming, that's better than this kind of shit right here where you've got volume and you're still losing money. So I'll be concerned with what's going on here. Let's see here. CRWG. Crowd Gather Incorporated. Up 8%. Yeah, again, not much volume there. Not much volume, which is interesting because Crowd Gather, it's had its moments in the past from what I remember. It's had its moments in the past, but it hasn't really gotten it done recently. Hey, G Writer, let me know what exactly is VDRM because I don't understand what the business is. And the business, they just released something on iHub. I saw today earlier that they were getting into the cannabis business, but I don't understand by how and what exactly are they going to be doing in the cannabis business that it turns around and has to be, 450% gain. That was insane today on VDRM. I would have loved that kind of return on my stock. But 400% based on an announcement that the company is going into marijuana. Not that they have any operations. The fact that they're going to have some operations. That was insane. Heritage Printing. Let me see. HGE. Heritage Printing is dedicated to development, production of 3D printers. It's so interesting because 3D printers were a big thing like a year or two ago. Like every stock that was 3D printing was really huge. In fact, I don't know how long this stock has been trading, but if we go back maybe, yeah, there he goes. If you go back late 2015, you're gonna see it. I figured it'd be really big back then. In fact, 2013, 3D printing was all the rage, man. It was all about 3D printing and the fact that all these products can be created out of a 3D printer. It was a really big thing a couple years ago. I think some of you traders would remember that. Back in 2013, 2014, all about 3D printers. That was a big rage at the time. And heritage printing, HAGE, although I don't remember it from that time. Look, it's running and up 17%. It's got somewhat decent volume. Obviously, we'd love to see a lot more volume. All right, significantly more volume to make this chart look a little bit better. But hey, take your gains where you can get them. Take your gains where you can get them. It could be setting up for something. Decent float. Looks like only 8 million shares out there floating. 23 cents a share. All right, not bad. Not bad. Heritage printing. All right. All right, find out what the company's doing and we'll see. Yeah, ship is insane. Quorum Health Group, 22%. Jay, that's a beautiful chart, Jay. That's a beautiful chart. Obviously, this is something that you wish you could see something like this way ahead of time. And there's screens for this, by the way, on FinViz. So I don't want to get the impression that when we find stocks like this, we finding them late, and there's screens for this. You can find hey, show me stocks that are crossing the 200 MA or the 50 MA, or what I'm saying. They're on FinViz especially. You can find those screeners on there that will show you, based on stocks that are showing, let's say, double tops or double bottoms, or you can find these stocks out there. You got to do a little digging, but you can. Yeah, much respect, Jamal Lewis. What's up, man? Free F is that stock, man, and I'm behind it, man. I'm behind it 100%, and really hoping that tomorrow's another big day. And if we even do half as good as we did today, I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy with that. If Dries does half of what it did today, I would be happy with that. I would be happy with that because we're going to outperform Dries every day. I mean, the stock is very expensive, and it's at a point where now even the little guys are priced out. And I'm happy with it. I'm happy with Free F and the fact that we're outperforming anything else out there in comparison to it. Sure, there are other companies that are probably more well established, got more ships, but at the end of the day, it's about the chart. What gives people the biggest bang for their buck with the highest potential return? And it's Free F. All right. Oh, T-Man, you got the, is there an article on that? Alaska Airlines flew its first flight with biofuel yesterday. And that play was Gevo, right? That's Gevo, but the stock was down today. Let me see. Alaska Airlines biofuel. Was there an article out on it? Forest-powered biofuel flight heads to Washington. Let me see. I think this might be it. November 14th, 2016, Washington State-based Alaska Airlines made history flying the first commercial flight using the world's first renewable alternative jet fuel made from forest residuals and the limbs and branches that remain after harvesting managed forests. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. See, why isn't shit like this on CNBC and on our daily news? This is the kind of shit that needs to be made, famous. And sure enough, Jivo's in the article. Jivo's in the article. Hold on. Let me give you guys this. It's an article by Washington State University. Thank you, Blueberry J. Appreciate that. And there it is. Jivo announced it, and then I just posted the article by Washington State University, and Jivo in the chat room just put up the one by Yahoo Finance, which was released by Jivo. All right, so shout out to Jivo, man, for that. That's huge, man. That's huge news, man. Now I don't suspect that the oil companies are going to, move over for this new technology. Obviously they've made billions of dollars over God knows how many years in the aviation fuel industry. All right. So now that we've got this renewable source of fuel, I doubt that they're going to stand back and allow Jivo to just take up their business. Okay. But this is big, big news for Jivo. And it's absolutely shocking that it hasn't registered in the stock. I don't understand. I don't understand. In fact, the stock went down. These are things that I don't understand about the market sometimes, man. I don't get it. This stock should be soaring to like fucking $10. I mean, do you guys understand how big that is? Renewable jet fuel? Do you know what that means for the cost of aviation? The cost of travel? And why the stock is trading at 35 cents a share, man, is beyond me. Is beyond me. And I'll be the first one to tell you right now, it is bullshit. I'll say it myself out of my own mouth. It's bullshit that I can have a stock like Free F run 200% plus, and then we got a legit, right? A legit game-changing play in Jivo, and the stock is down 10%. Crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, man. Now, if you're smart, you take a position here. You still take a position here because we don't know what's going to happen. And let me see here. Is it safe? Looking at the 1 month chart here. Let's see if they can dig up the 1 month chart for us. All right. If we look at the 1 month chart, yeah, that's not a bad level to get in at. It's very ugly. I mean, this is insane, dude. It's insane that the chart looks like this with what this company is doing. I don't care how much debt the company has. This is a company that's actually doing what it says it's supposed to be doing. I can show you guys pharmaceutical companies right now that trade on the NASDAQ that have valuations 100 times higher than this that haven't done shit for years. It's crazy, man, the markets. That's why sometimes I swear there's like a hidden hand that's controlling all this shit sometimes. That's how I feel. That's how I feel sometimes. Because the stocks that should be running like crazy, they don't. They don't. Or, yep, very, very much fix your own credit. It could be a delayed reaction. As I said before, some stocks have, delayed reactions to news. We've seen that before. We have very much seen that before. All right. Oh, Barry Parker, don't get me started on IMUC. I don't even know what that stock is doing now. What is that stock doing now? 8 cents? Fuck that. IMUC. Yeah, I don't even know what that. Yeah, that stock ain't doing nothing. That stock ain't doing nothing. Yeah, this is the 1 day chart in IMUC. It's fucking rigged. Yeah, there we go. There we go, Jamal Lewis. It's rigged. I mean, when I look at the GVO chart in comparison to what it did, it is rigged. It's a rigged system, folks. It's rigged. It's all rigged. It's all rigged. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, if I take a position and it soars up, to $4 tomorrow, then of course I won't be complaining. All the complaining will stop. GVO's immediate buyout. Oh yeah. Oh, of course, man. GVO's definitely on the buyout list if you're a serious oil and gas company. You're a serious oil and gas company. Yeah, of course it's on the list. STLT. Let me see here. STLT. We got a lot of good stocks to look at tomorrow, man. Are y'all ready for this tomorrow? I mean, are you guys seriously ready? Look, if you didn't make at least 50% on your money today, let that be your goal for tomorrow, please. Do not go another day watching other people make money. I know some of you guys are studying. For those of you guys who are studying and just learning, cool. But I know there's some of you guys in here who are actually buying and trading stocks, watching the show and you're buying and selling. If you didn't make at least 50% today, promise me to have that be your goal tomorrow, because there are too many stocks out here making too much money for you to be sitting around wondering, where can I make some money? Because that's all we talk about on the show every day that I'm on. Okay? One of these stocks that we're talking about today is going to be up huge tomorrow. Whether it be my promotion, whether it be, I can't even claim I'm saying it's my promotion. It's running because of the catalyst, so I can't say it's on me, but I am freaking, pushing the shit out of it. But one of these stocks, please put your money in and make some money work for you. There's no excuse tomorrow that somebody in here cannot get at least 25% on their money tomorrow. We got AUPH. We got the weed plays, the can. We got, if you want to do the NASDAQ plays running crazy, double digits. Whether you want to do OTC or NASDAQ, they're both running. They're both running. If you don't want to pay the wild shipping game, all right, well, I showed you some gold plays that are running. There's some gold plays that are running. Jay, I don't know if you're still sticking with your old Safe Bunkers. Safe Bunkers is a pretty safe stock. That's a shipping company, Safe Bunkers, SB, ticker SB, New York Stock Exchange, dirt cheap. All right, doesn't, putting up crazy volume right now. But it's a pretty safe chart. You don't have to hold your breath on the chart. Now, you're not going to get, a 30% day on this stock, but, it's safe, it's secure, and it's doing its thing. Safe Bunkers, SB. All right? But please make some money tomorrow. Well, Parker Mills, we put out a list of stocks every night, and that's pretty much the top, stocks that I'm looking at right now. And every stock that we put up at the end of the night is a trade you can keep at least for 2 or 3 days. I mean, most of the stocks that we put on our list, if you've got the cash to go in and out, you can do that. But 2 or 3 day swings on most of these will be quite profitable for you. Would be very, very profitable for it. For instance, if you got into EC last night or today, if you got in today, as that was on our list yesterday, obviously you'd be up, maybe let's say 90% today alone, right? You got it in the morning, so you're already up 90% for the day. And sure enough, tomorrow, even if it does half of what it did today, you could be looking at a situation where you walk away with 140% of your money, in 2 days. In 2 days. All right. So just watch for the list. Yes, indeed. Jay, you said your money is in ship, gas. Let me see that gas. I don't think I pulled up gas. Stealth gas. $3.93. GASS. Gas. Not bad. Not bad. $3.93, 56 cents, 16% gain. It's not a bad chart, man. It's not a bad chart. Looks like it really took off yesterday. 16% GASS. Let's see. Went past $1. Yes, indeed. Oh, somebody, I turned off their fucking, That's probably one of my neighbor's kids and shit. Always playing the fuck around. Yeah, gas, GASS. Hold on, guys. That's gonna drive me fucking nuts. That's gonna drive me nuts. Hold on, I'm about to put something on for you guys. I'm gonna find out. I was like, is that fucking up my damn show, man? Shit. Let me see something. I'm gonna put on something real quick for you guys, so I can go take care of that bullshit. God, this shit is annoying, dude. Let me see something, guys. I mean, what are they, sleeping or what? Okay, there we go. I'm over here looking for a video to turn on. I'm like, man, if they don't get their fucking alarm, shit. All right. They took care of that. It's taking so damn long. Being so disrespectful, man. Of course I don't know. Sorry, some of you guys heard it, some of you guys didn't. I don't know. Oh no, they definitely weren't white folks. White folks, turn the alarm off. 2 seconds, they turn that shit off. They understand. I don't want to disrespect the peace of the neighborhood. But let me not get into that, because let me not get into that shit. Sometimes it pays to be the only motherfucker in the neighborhood, but that's a whole different conversation. All right. So, let's see here. So I'm going to put the list together. I keep going back to that Hague, but it could be just an outright, but I'm looking at that Hague, that HAGE. That HEGE, I like the way that's setting up, man. I like the way that's setting up. And then HAGE at 23 cents. I got to find out more information on it, but I like the way that chart looks, man. Like it's about to do something real nice. But I got to learn more about HAGE. But I'm going to put it on the list so you guys can, at least we'll have something to say that, if it does run crazy, we talked about it right here on the show, because I have a feeling that could be doing something real soon, because just the way it looks like it's setting up, accumulation at the bottom, a lot of energy building up here, moving over across the 200 average, and then looking to set up real nicely for the future. A stock that's been running, almost too perfectly. I don't know. Have you guys been watching the rise of AXIM? This stock, man. I understand that OTC stocks are risky. I'm a big, will admit that sometimes I almost over exaggerate the opportunity to always win in the OTC markets. But AXIM has just, it's absolutely insane, man. It is absolutely insane what 2 weeks has done to this stock. And it just will not die. It will not die. And look, pumps take a long time sometimes to die. And I can't find who's pumping it. I can't find out if there's any mailers going on or maybe it's just maybe it's legit. Maybe it's legit. But AXIM continually puts up, after, maybe a couple of day or two of red, it just soars right back. Put in, it just soars right back. Drop off, soars right back. So it's almost got a mind of its own. And the volume isn't even crazy. It's not even like crazy volume. It's just the fact that it's consistent. It's pretty consistent. All right. So I just want to put that out there. I'm not sure if any of you guys have even been watching the stock, but it's doing some stupid things, man. It's doing some stupid things. Looking at some other weird outlier plays right now. Let me see here. Natural shrimp. Nah. I think somebody had brought this on the show a couple weeks ago. So I'm just kind of looking at for some outlier plays, some stocks that just are just putting some weird movement. Patriot Berry Farms, PBFI. Patriot Berry Farms, 15 cents a share, 5,000 shares traded. These stocks that are just putting up these weird unusual volume. PBFI, Patriot Berry Farms. What is this about? Cyberfort Software. Plan on acquiring developmental potential cybersecurity. Okay, so the company is actually called Cyberfort Software, and it looks like they reverse merged into this company that was called Patriot Berry Farms. And they are developing and acquiring potential cybersecurity software and hardware products due to the ever-expanding $122 billion a year cybersecurity industry, due to growing demand for online protection and privacy. The company has recently approved a name change to Cyberfort Software, so that should be coming soon. All right, that should be coming soon. And here is the website. The website looks promising. Okay, y'all might want to see this one. I don't know. Y'all might want to see this one. Patriot Berry Farms. Obviously, they're going to change their name and they're going to get a new ticker eventually, too. All right. But keep an eye on that. I would keep an eye on this one. I would definitely keep an eye on this one. Cyberfort Software. You heard it here first, folks. Yeah, you heard it here first. 15 cents a share. You heard it here first at 15 cents a share. Up 50%. From what was it? I think it was at like maybe 10 cents. It's probably at at 50. So it was actually like at 7 something. But practically no volume though. I mean, so you're really at the bottom. I mean, this might be one of those plays where we talk about how, you might have to wait a week or two or even 2 weeks or so before you see any kind of real return in it, because it hasn't done anything. I mean, it hasn't done anything at all. So I would I wouldn't put any money into this if you're expecting any kind of, you know, immediate return, because this looked like one you might have to be patient for. Again, this is PBFI, Patriot Berry Farms, which is actually Cyberfort Software. Cyberfort Software. All right. Barry Parker, are you trying to be funny? I don't know if he's trying to be funny, bringing up those old cues, which is kind of crazy because I mean we got some cues that are running out here, man. They're not all bad. Did you see what Line Q did today? 734, you're on the air. What's up?
Oh Lord, I thought that. I'm sorry. I thought I was just gonna be directly talking to you.
Yeah, you're on the you're on the air. Oh, you thought you would be talking to me alone?
Yeah, like not like that. It's just that I'm learning this stuff, and it's really tripping me out. Because I mean, you are really thorough, and I just really need some help, like for real.
I mean, is there any particular questions short questions that I can answer for you?
Like I don't even know when you put the money. I don't even know how to say I got it. Like first we was doing the marijuana stocks, and I don't even know if that's a good idea because I'm coming across with all these other things. So I'm just like lost.
Okay.
And like we need money like ASAP. We got to move like by December 31st. It's crazy. So I'm just trying to figure out what can I do to get something quick.
Oh, well, I mean, just to be honest with you, I mean, man, this is a very risky game, man, and you can.
I know.
So as long as you know that you can lose it all,
Yeah, I know.
Being that putting it on the line like that, but obviously, do you have a broker that you're working with right now? Like
no, actually, I'm with You recommended TD
Ameritrade. Okay, great,
yeah,
great.
That's where I'm at. That's
okay,
where I'm at.
Okay. So, do you have any money in the account right now?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So you're right now having an issue with what stock to go with. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
What of these stocks that we've talked about? What do you like? What interests you?
Well, what was interested to me was the marijuana and the marijuana, like everything that you can use with it.
Okay.
I came in on you in the middle. Mm-hmm. I was just going to your page, and then it said, I was listening to you talk about something about penny stocks, and I said, well, let me see what he say, so maybe I should leave that alone. Okay. And then I noticed you was talking live, and then it was going off. Okay. And then I saw a number, and I said, well, let me see.
No problem. Yeah, you're on live. I mean, we got a lot of people in the chat room listening to you.
Hey, people, everybody, I'm happy to be on the line.
Hey, man, what's your name?
My name is Kim.
Kim. Okay, so Kim, are there any weed stocks in particular you've been interested in or no?
Well, look, whatever's gonna give me some money, I don't care what it is. I've been into the cannabis, but every time I get ready to bet on it, then something else come up. So I'm like confused and really how to do it. And then I'm hearing, look, don't go to Canada, don't do that. Hey y'all, I see y'all saying my name. Oh my God, I feel like a movie star. Oh, my God. Okay. So, look, I just want to know what we could do. I mean, if you got a recommendation, I'm going to take that. I'm just trying to get on.
Right.
I'm just trying to live right.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, it's just the fact that you're so raw. I don't want to put a stock out there and say, go right with this.
Listen, in fact, it's all good.
I like when we talk about marijuana and we talk about weed, the stocks that are running, I think I think many of the people watching me would agree. If you're willing and understand the risk, I think MJNA right now is probably the stock that if you want to put some money in and you need it by December, let's say a month from now, I think MJNA looks like the best of the group to look good 30 days from now. Obviously, I can't predict the future. I can't tell you you're going to have double by then, but the trends and the way the stock has performed, I would say a stock like MJNA looks really good. Maybe you would want to look at
Look, I'm about to shoot out one for everybody on here just in case. I I had found one earlier, MCOA.
Yeah,
Is that a good
okay,
one?
yeah, MCOA. Just that was about to come off my mouth. MCOA is another one. Now
Okay.
MCOA, that's a mover though. That's really very aggressive stock as well. MCOA is really nice. Yeah, not as popular as MJNA, but another stock that's definitely very aggressive and has moved significantly over the last couple of days as well. Yeah,
Okay, and
so
this one you just gave me, this FREEF.
yeah, that's that. Well, yeah, I wouldn't. No. For your situation, I'd probably
Look,
stay
look,
out
look,
of
look,
that. I'd probably stay out
look.
of that for your situation. I think that's
Why? I mean, look,
what.
look, look, look. I'm doing it. Whatever. I want to bet on all of it. It don't matter.
Sure. Well, the thing about it is, it's a stock that's undergoing a very short-term catalyst, and I would leave that to maybe people who are more experienced. But if you're
Okay.
looking to,
Okay.
yeah, so learn a little bit more before you jump into those kind of plays right now. But
Okay.
if you're
Okay.
looking for something to hold for the next 30 days, I like the weed, I like the marijuana, I like MGNA, I like MCOA, I like SGBY. Those kind of safe,
MJNA. It ain't
plays
coming
that,
up on here.
yeah.
MJNA.
MJN as in Nancy, A as in
Oh,
Apple.
MJNA. Okay,
Yeah,
let me see. Oh, okay. You like this?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
people, you hear them, right? So we got to get this.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, after, I think if you're looking for 30 days and you're willing to hang on for a little bit, you're looking to play OTC weed plays, that'll be something maybe to go in. But watch them carefully. Watch them carefully. Of course, they're OTC stocks. So
Man, I'm
they're
so
very,
hooked. I'm so hooked. I'm so hooked.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Kim, this ain't the dog track. You are trading, not betting. Yeah, whatever. It might not be the dog track, but you on here, so it don't matter.
Right.
We all on here trying to do the same thing, baby.
Yeah. So
I'm learning.
don't listen to people. It's your money. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your money, and do what's best for you. If you understand the risk, just do what's best for you.
Yes.
So, but
I
continue to
understand the
learn.
risk.
Yeah.
I understand the risk, and it was my pleasure to be on this call with you. I truly appreciate it, and it's all good. I mean, I'm a bet the marijuana, but
Yes,
I
indeed.
want to do some slow stuff too. I got enough money in there to do that.
There we go.
It ain't like it's just a little bit.
Yes,
It just
indeed.
ain't enough.
Thank you. I understand. Thank you so much for the call,
Okay.
Kim. Appreciate
You
it.
welcome, and you be blessed, baby. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Thank you. All right. Appreciate Kim for that, man. Shout out to Kim. Yeah, I love hearing a sister call up, showing some love, man. Appreciate that. Getting her money right. I like that. And look, I mean, she's, she wants to get into OTC stocks. I mean, she's not trying to, trade for, 20 years from now. She's trying to make some immediate cash. That's what you guys are here for. So it's really disappointing to hear, some of you guys talk about don't do it, don't get in and all that. And I mean, she's here to make gains just like y'all. Don't deny other people's dreams. That's really shocking to hear some of you guys trying to deny somebody else an opportunity to make some money, doing the same thing many of you guys are doing. That's crazy. That's crazy. She says she understands the risk, and she's looking at the amazing gains that some of these stocks have been doing, and she wants to be a part of that. All right? Let the lady play. And in fact, women are better traders than men. Let's be honest. Women, for the most part, when women are serious about their trading, they do a lot better than men because, unlike men, they don't take losses personally. So they understand and stick to their guidelines of trading, and that over time, women are much better traders than men because women make excellent swing traders. They stick to their guidelines, unlike men. They'll send me an email. You said that stock was going to go up and it didn't go up. And then a week later, I send them a pic of the stock because the stock restored or actually rebounded another 45 or 60%. And then I never get a response back because you got emotional and sold. All right. But women will stick to their plan and they make money every single time. Every single time. Come on, man. You told me the stock was going to go up, dog. Come on, man. What's that shit about, man? A week later, the stock is twice where it was when he was bitching at me. And then, of course, I sent him the pic. He no response. No, nothing. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. So let's start up our list here for the night. I don't want to keep you guys too late, and we'll talk about some of these plays here, and I'll post it up for you guys here in the chat room, the list, and of course I put it on my Twitter. Or Bad Science. I know Bad Scientist does it. I really appreciate that, Bad Scientist, when you do that. I really do. RJDG. What is that? RJDG. RJ Green. RJD Green. What is that? RJD DG Green. What is that? I gotta learn more. I've never seen that ticker. When you put it up there, I've never seen that ticker before. What is this about? RGD Green is a holding company, healthcare services, environmental services, specialty construction. 37 million shares floating. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I don't know anything about it. Looks like the website. Let me see here. Let me see here. RG Green, Earthlinks, those healthcare services. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's legit. I don't know if it's legit or not. Not sure if it's legit or not. You might want to look into it. Look a little bit more into it. I don't know anything about this company, RJD Green Incorporated. 0026 looks like it had a really ugly day today. 495,000 shares traded. Yeah, it looks like a company that's just putting out a lot of news, but I don't see any significant operations. It's flipping through the 10Q here. Total assets of $1 million. Revenues. It's actually got some revenues, which is really interesting. So they might actually do have some kind of operations going on. All right. Yeah, but don't know anything about the company though. Don't know anything about the company. Bill Betts, says Cebus is garbage. I know, Bill Betts, you haven't been happy about Cebus. No, you're not a big fan of Cebus. I think, when we talk about Cebus, I think there are some other better. I mean, look, Cebus, man, it doesn't run as good as maybe the other ones. It doesn't run as good as MGNA and MCOA. It's probably down the list in terms of marijuana, but they've got legitimate business operations, and they've got a web platform where they sell their little products, right? I think this is the one with the marijuana creams and shit that they sell. Let me see here. Is anybody still doing THLD? Nobody? THLD, nobody's brought up that stock in a little bit. I was watching it today. It looks like, it's losing volume, kind of losing steam. THLD. Let me see here. I'm not going to put the bands on it now, but THLD has pretty much been, done nothing. So we'll see. But don't forget about THLD, man. Don't forget about the stock. Hemp, HEMP, 12% to the downside. Again, hey, look, these marijuana plays, some of them, they go sideways because the money was somewhere else, man. The money was somewhere else. What the marijuana is doing right now, what it's done yesterday, what it's done today, what it's going to do tomorrow, it's no indication of its long-term possibility. You got a lot of money that's in other places right now. A lot of people's attention that's in other places right now. There's no doubt in my mind that many of the people who came in with me today in Free F are people who were in MCOA and hemp and a lot of those others just a week ago. So, I wouldn't decline. In fact, if you're sitting on the sidelines, this might be an opportunity to get in right now while the money's elsewhere. You could probably get it at a pretty good discount. All right. PSID, I know that was up today. 54% today. OTC pick. PSID 54% today. But this, I'm not sure what the catalyst was, though. Not sure what the catalyst was. Huge volume moved into the stock today. I don't know what's going to keep that up tomorrow, though. That's the only scary thing about PSID. I don't know what's going to have the stock moving higher tomorrow. You know, huge day today, you know, but I don't know what's going to keep it up there tomorrow. You know, when I look at some of the other stocks that are running, I know what's going to keep it up tomorrow, what it has to be done. But PSID, there's really no catalyst. I don't know what's keeping it up there. Okay. Yeah, EBAN R. I honestly believe that. All right. All right, so let me put the list out there because I wanted to get you guys out of here before it gets too late. But let me see here. But obviously, yes, very, very heavy into shipping. Very, very heavy into shipping. But I still love, again, marijuana, man. I still love the marijuana. We might have a surprise tomorrow on that. On marijuana tomorrow. So we'll see. Bitcoin. What's going on with Bitcoin, Will? BTCS. I know. You know. I mean, what's going on with Bitcoin? What's going on with Bitcoin? BTCS. That's a classic pick, man. That's a classic. That's a oldie, man. BTCS, that's a oldie. I mean, that's been around for quite a while. So I'm interested in seeing what people like about BTCS. BTCS, what did it do today? Let me see. BTCS. That's the Bitcoin. Okay, it didn't do anything. Oh man, come on, man! Don't be pushing that hot garbage in here. I'm thinking it ran or something like that, but nothing. It didn't do anything. It didn't do absolutely anything. All right, guys. So obviously, this is where the money is going to be at tomorrow. All right. There are many other stocks that are moving, but I know this is a lot of picks, but this is where the money is. This is where the money is. In this list right here that I posted for you, you have a possible 50%, 100% gainer in that list. You have some stocks that are going to make a consistent 10, 15, 20 in that list. You don't have to go anywhere else. We've done a really good job here on this show where every single day that we're on, we're able to find stocks that generate significant returns. You don't have to go anywhere else. I mean, you don't have to do no scans. This list that we put up, you're gonna win in this list somewhere. It's your job to find it by 10:30 or so to find which one of these is going to be that moneymaker. All right, because it's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those for sure. All right, in that list somewhere is a 100% gainer. All right, in that list is definitely a 100% gainer. Yes, indeed. All right. There it is, folks. Let me check out a couple more stem cells. This is this stem cells. This was a stock that was very, very expensive way back when. Let me see here. Yeah, it used to be like a $10 stock. Yeah, last year. I remember this stock stem cells. This used to be way up there, man. Like a 20. Yeah, there it is right here. It was a $20 stock way back when, and it's a joke, man. It's a joke of the market, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're not out of business this time next year, or probably somewhere trading on OTC markets, probably in the queues. Barry Parker said you made $500 on MCOA. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I didn't talk about it, but Lin Q. Have you guys seen Lin Q? Lineq. One of the Qs that's running. That's a pretty good sign that maybe you might want to look at some of the other Qs tomorrow as well. But this was really interesting for it to really break out higher like that. Lin Q with the awesome looking day today. 50% on Lin Q today. Especially this is the 5-day chart. And it was approaching its 200-day moving average, and it just really took over that. That's why I really love the 200-day moving average, guys. It's a very powerful, very powerful indicator. For whatever reason, stocks really respond to that 5-day. For the 5-day chart on the 200-day, 200-day moving average, 5-day chart, 5 minutes. It is something about that chart. It's a money-making chart, man. It really is. It really is. Okay. That company was Gevo, Gevo. In fact, I think it was on the list. Was it? Did I put that on the list? Oh, no, it wasn't. Damn. Gevo. Yeah, Gevo. 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 I'm typing it in the screen. The one with the renewable fuel is Gevo. All right. Gevo. All right. And don't forget to watch my FREE free tomorrow. FREE free. And obviously the catalyst for that is dries. So if that goes horribly wrong tomorrow, I'm going to be out of that real quick. But things could turn around. Because we're going to find out where that stock is very, very early. I mean, by 10:30, we should know what the situation with shipping is going to be. Probably about 10:30, 11. 10:30, 11, we'll know where shipping is going to be at. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of orders come in the morning, 9:30. 9:30 to 10, you're just going to have insane amount of orders coming in. All the stocks will gap up in shipping. Right, people coming home, seeing the huge numbers. They're putting in orders right now as we speak. But it's going to be a huge day tomorrow, so we'll see where we are with that. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that stock to watch, that could be a pump. It's going to be IBGR. IBGR could be a pump. That could be coming up soon. Because it's showing up on some pumpers. Chat rooms that I review. Nexus Energy Services. Be a little careful with that because I think they got to put something in stock. I see the latest financials in March, so it looks like they're missing the August financials. So they're gonna get that, and once that gets put up, it's off to the races. But IBGR could be a possible pump in the making. And that's at 0013 right now with static buying. It's got static buying all through it. But they've got to get the paperwork right first. They got to get the paperwork right. But the way the chart is setting up, based on the way the indicators are looking right now, it's looking like how a pump starts out as. All right. Very static buying. But look for that in the future. Appreciate that, Bat Scientist, for posting that up, man. Appreciate that so much. Yeah. Also, that... damn, I forgot to save it. What was that PBFI? Because I want to keep track on that too. PBFI, right? That Patriot Berry Farms company, PBFI, but that's actually that software company. I'm going to watch that very carefully because that looks like that's trying to be something too. That company that we just looked at, look at this. I mean, this looks like it's about to start something too. All right, PBFI, this is the Patriot Berry Farms, but it's that Cyberfort software. that reverse merged into Patriot Berry Farms. Looks like an old fishing and farming company, and looks like they put in their request to change the name. So that should be happening really soon. But it's a cybersecurity firm. A cybersecurity firm. All right, so I would keep track of that ticker as well. All right. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So that's to wrap up the show. Really appreciate you guys. Another great episode in the bag. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So I got a lot of great picks. For tomorrow. Let me put that in the chat room again. And a lot of honorable mentions that could have gone on this list, but unfortunately, we can't get them all. But again, you got a 100% gainer in there somewhere, 50%, 30%, somewhere in that. All right. Tomorrow, Wednesday, typically my day off, but if we have a 200% day, I mean, I'm gonna want to come on the show and just to glee. If Dries does what I believe it's going to do tomorrow, or what I'm hoping it does tomorrow, we'll see. All right, but other than that, though, if not, then of course, see you guys here back on the show on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 8:30 rather. All right, and then looking forward to that. All right, yes indeed. So appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, Daily Trader. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yes, indeed. You guys can continue on the conversation in the Discord room. There it is. In the Discord room. I know Jay has his own Discord room. Travie has the one that's more affiliated to the show. You can talk. Jay just said no OTCs, so no OTCs in his chat room. But Travie, I know our Travie chat room in the Discord room, you can talk OTCs all day you want, man. OTCs all day if you want. Yes, indeed. Appreciate that, Eban R. There it is, Small Cap Millionaire chat room. There it is. Travie just posted it. So you got the J chat room if you want the NASDAQ stuff, the NYSE stuff, and then the Small Cap Millionaire chat room where we talk about OTCs and all that. So choose what you guys want to do. All right, and make tomorrow a profitable day, man. You got to jump in, guys. You're not going to make any money standing on the sidelines. All right, you're not going to make any money standing on the sidelines. You got to put that money to work. You're going to lose money. Some trades will not go your way. All right, that's just how it is. But with great stock picking and some risk management, all right, and a little bit of patience, you can find yourself in a way where you're winning more than you're losing by trying to get ahead of these stocks and by sitting in stocks that are moving aggressively. All right? Yes, indeed. Appreciate that. Free F. Yes, free F. It's all about free F. Parker Mills. No, I used to live in New York City. I don't live there anymore. Free F. Free F. Yeah, that's what it is tomorrow, man. I'm actually about to go and I got like 5 Twitter accounts, and don't worry, it's all legal because I always say that the owner of this Twitter account is Free Stock Pick. All right, so it all goes back to me. Everybody knows it's me, but so look out for Twitter tomorrow. You're not going to be able to get away from free F tomorrow. All right, so hoping to God that Dries kicks ass tomorrow. Yes, indeed. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow if things work out. If not, I'm going to enjoy my day off. We'll see you guys Thursday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Yes. All right.